Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the super welterweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors. Riyadh Season, 32 Red, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, Unibet, FlexMize Business Loans, and Vow Nutrition. When the bell rings, our referee in charge, and scoring this contest will be Kieran McCann. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with camouflage and weighed in officially at 159.10 pounds. Hailing from right here, Ipswich, England, he has a professional record of 7 wins with 5 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Gideon Juice Onyenani. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with yellow and weighed in officially at 160.8 pounds. Coming to us from London, England, he brings a professional record of 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 9 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current Commonwealth Super Welterweight Champion, Sam Magic Man Gilley.
Come, boys. Right, lads, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break, break clean. Take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, lads, and most importantly, protect yourself at all times, all right? Shake hands. Let's go. All right.
Switch on from day one. Focus, laser focus, right? And this thing's to make you nervous early, right? All right?
Sam, come shoot. In the corner, wait for the belt. Still down, gents. Tight. Buck it down as well, guys.
Well, here we go. Sam Gilley versus Gideon Onyenani. You would have noticed the camouflage in the shorts of Onyenani. He's from an army background, boxed in the army for the army boxing team and boxed also as an amateur. And with a record of 7 wins and 5 defeats, he is absolutely standing his ground and saying, don't call me a gatekeeper or a journeyman, because I am not that at all. He's just had tough opponents and really does want to progress in the sport and do it well.
He has a lot of pride, yeah. I've spoken to him several times. He tells me about his army stories and whatnot. And he's someone who really wants it. He's not a guy to come and fall down.
Good work there from Gilley. Nice shots come off of that jab there. That has been the theme of our conversation so far this evening.
Switching nothing from the break.
Gilley was obviously hoping to be fighting Green in a rematch, and he's chasing that British title, and I'm sure that will come at some point. But this one's scheduled for 8.
Good right hand.
Officially in the middleweight division, but normally we see him down at super welterweight.
You can see the disparity in levels from this competition from the last competition. Like you can see that these guys are really thinking and trying to like.
Oh yeah.
Good shots. Really trying to like find a way around.
Well, Onyenani got through with that overhand right there. Nice work there from Gilley. Just goes upstairs with a couple of shots, then turns it downstairs with a couple of left hooks to the body.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a fight. You can see this.
Yeah, I think it will pick up quite quickly. Onyenani's having a bit of success doing what he's doing, and Sam Gilley's going to pick up the pace at some point to try and simmer Onyenani down and you know, let him know that it's me. That's that's Commonwealth champion in this fight.
It's sad that the Commonwealth's not on the line, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think because officially it's not at the weight he's champion at. That's probably why it's not on the line. But you're right. I mean, this is a good fight for that to be on the line. If Onyenani could have gone down to super welterweight.
Good control, good turning him off. That was nice.
What Onyenani's got to watch for is Sam Gilley's money shot, which is the left to the body. Left to the body. He would slip that right hand or the jab and go straight to that body with the left hand.
What Onyenani does really well is he closes the gap before Gilley tries to, or Gilley has the opportunity to start putting his shots together, doesn't he?
Yeah, well spotted. He does. He just quick with his feet, just closing that gap. So when Sam Gilley is about to throw his punches or put something together, they end up in the clinch because he's too close to get anything off. So that is good work from Onyenani. And he's also throwing some good shots himself. He landed a good right hand earlier. He's working on that jab well. And he started this round fast, which I think is throwing Gilley off. So Gilley may need a round to kind of, gather himself in and go.
What do you think, Alois, that Gilley needs to do to be able to get those shots off? Is it all about his feet?
Jab. Jab
one word, jab.
Jab, yeah.
That's
He
it,
needs
one
to get
word.
that jab off, and once you start getting that jab off, everything comes off it. But yeah, he hasn't established his jab yet, which is why it's easier for him to come in closer.
Well, I'm sure Onyenani will be doing plenty more of the same, just trying to ruin those bursts of rhythm from Gilley.
Yeah, you look for that slip counter right there, actually.
Is it?
Yep, saw it. Saw a mirror of myself. Is that how it looks like? Oh, shots. Good work. There you go.
There's that left hook from Gilley, which Denzel Bentley had pointed out is his money shot.
You can't lunge in with, especially with a straight shot from distance.
Yeah, you can't afford to do that.
Not with someone like that. No. Like, yeah, there you go. After a little lull in action, he throws a jab in there, the slip left hook is going to come around. Yeah, there you go. See it?
Yeah.
You've got to fake him, throw his timing off.
And there's that Sam Gilley shot from Onyenani.
It's funny because you see with Gilley, I mean, his mindset going into this fight would have been very different, seeing that he was meant to be boxing for the British title. So I think Onyenani's woken him up in that first round where he knows he's still in the fight. He's still in the fight. It wasn't for what he wanted, but he's
Probably
still in the
needed
fight.
that, didn't he?
Oh, 100% he needed that. He needed that because fighters need a bit of a fear factor to kind of switch on and be on point.
To have that ultra instinct.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you need to have that sense of like that nerves and that fear to bring the best out of you.
Yeah, and I think in that first round, Sam Gilley went back to the corner thinking, okay, he's bringing it. I'm going to bring something back this round.
Definitely.
The referee just making sure that Onyenani's aware that he's spotted that he's holding a bit there, and we don't want this to turn into any form of a cuddling contest, and that is exactly what Gilley will not want. He will want to get behind that jab and chuck in that left hook of his.
I think what Onyenani wants to do is take full advantage of the fact that he is naturally the bigger man. But Sam Gilley is also big for someone that
He looks
fights
like
that super welterweight.
Yeah, Sam Gilley looks like the bigger man.
Yeah.
Good time in there with that left hook from Gilley.
Oh,
Good body shot. Right
And
on
a
the
solid
belly
right
from
hand
Gilley.
at the end. Nice.
Gilley
Well-
just walked back to the corner as if he didn't throw the shot.
Inside is probably down.
Poker. Poker face. Well, there's some names in here this evening. Moses Atama is one of them. Alois Jr. is another, and Denzel Bentley is another. It will certainly be packed to the rafters later on. And let's just think about that main event. You can't beat a main event, can you? It's going to be electric when those two walk out.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good fight, and I know Fabio Wardley being Alois' gym mate, he's obviously got a lot of insight and seeing what Fabio has been up to this camp. I mean, I'm not going to ask for anything, we don't have to give anything up, but I know Alois is excited, more excited for this than any of us here, because he's seen what Wardley's been doing in the ring.
Definitely.
He's not giving anything away. Nothing. Here we go. Ding, ding. Round 3. This one scheduled for 8. Both fighters straight to the centre of that ring. Gideon Onyenani just trying to feint there with those shoulders of his and trying to get through with that 1-2, but the feet are good of Sam Gilley.
Oh, I don't know. He has a bad habit of lunging in. What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Onyenani.
Yeah, Onyenani.
Yeah.
Bad habit of lunging in, which could be like catastrophic later on.
I think Gilley's in his flow now. He's in his flow now. He's got his head together and he's back in this fight. He's working well with that jab. As soon as the round started, Onyenani's still trying to make it close and try and be the more physical man. But Sam Gilley is not.
Oh,
a
it's
small,
not a joke.
He's not. He's not
a joke. That's what I'm saying. That lunge in there is. Oh.
Good jab there from Gilley.
This one shot.
And a right to the body.
Strong left hand there from Onyenani on the break.
Oh, good right hand there from Gilley. Onyenani just walked into it. Just as Alois was saying, he keeps leaping in when he's going for his shots.
Yeah, man.
And that's the risk, isn't it?
That is the risk. That's a big risk.
Especially against someone with good timing. Probably looking for counter.
Yeah, I could just see Onyenani trying to make this physical and trying to rough Sam Gilley up, but Sam Gilley's not going to bite to that. He's just going to stick to his boxing and do what he needs to do.
Oh, a bit low.
That shot straight low, but Onyenani just walked through it again.
He's a madman.
Remember, the main broadcast starts
there you go.
Live on the zone from 6:30, which will be topped by Fabio Wardley and Justice Hooney.
There you go.
There's good work there from Gideon Onyenani.
Yeah, this is his range right here. Just put his head down and start getting to work.
I'm starting to really see the point which you made, Denzel, which is Onyenani's trying to kind of prove he's the bigger man at this weight here, isn't he? And he's trying to sort of sink in on him.
Yeah, he is. But like we were saying, Gilley's not a small man. He's not. He's going to match him for physicality too. But I don't think he needs to, because he's the better boxer. He's the better boxer. I don't think he needs to be in there. But Sam Gilley has got an ego, and if you think you can bully him, he's going to show you that you can't.
Oh, don't lunge in.
Alois is sort of calling that. He could just see it from a mile away. Like just, he's like, I saw the setup. Just don't do it.
I'm a counter puncher, bro. I see this stuff.
Well, Alois, is Onyenani just doing everything possible to try and make this as uncomfortable for Sam Gilley as possible? Because we've seen him loads of times in the past. He's a class operator. He likes to have his man at range, popping that jab out, sinking in that lead hook to the body or the head. And Onyenani's doing everything to make sure that doesn't happen, isn't he?
He's doing it well, and especially when he comes close and he lets his hands go. It looks convincing. It does look convincing, and I don't know if this is the 8th round that he could possibly do something.
What do you think, Denzel?
I mean, yeah, you're right. He is trying to make it uncomfortable and he's trying to make it untidy. But I think that's obvious. He's trying to make it untidy. I think the shots and the better work coming from Sam Gilley at this point. But he's not allowing Sam Gilley to look as good as he wants to look. He's taking a lot away from him by stepping in that close. And then when he isn't close, like Alois said, he does throw them shots to the body and come back up top, and it does look convincing. It looks like he's doing something there, but he's making it messy more than he is throwing. But maybe that's the plan, and down the stretch he's going to start letting his hands go a bit more to, waiting for Gilley to fade a little bit.
Well, let's see how the tactics unfold in this round. Both fighters seem determined to hold on to the centre of that ring. Onyenani just grabbing hold of the left hand of Gilley there on the blind side of the referee.
Yeah, good feints, throwing up his timing. Yeah, that's good.
Awkward customer is Onyenani.
He is, but I think for now and the rest. Oh, good shot there from Gilley. I think from now, I think Gilley needs to opt to not step in with his jab because Onyenani's going to fall onto it. When he does step in with his jab, they just end up in the clinch because, you know, he punches past him.
There you go.
Good shots there from both of them, to be honest. Just like it is there, Onyenani wants to be close. I think Gilley just needs to keep that little distance. If Onyenani steps forward, he takes a step back and just keep a nice distance between them and land shots. I think he lands straight shots at a distance. Oh, good counter there.
That's what I'm saying. When he lunges in, that counter's there for it.
It is there, and yeah, you're right.
You can't afford to keep lunging in like that. It's bad. He should like try to close the range a bit more, like cuter.
And he was doing that in the first round, but he just got desperate after that.
Yeah.
How do you think he can do that? Is it entering with the jab rather than just kind of going in?
No, so like
Squeeze his feet.
So yeah, move his feet, move his head, and close the range. Keeps his hands up, close. Yeah, keep his hands up, move his head, step to him, and he'll be inside, and he can work from there.
Yeah, he's trying to throw from too far out.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Which
saying.
is why he's lunging in. But this distance here suits Gilley. He's going to land
Like
these shots.
something like that with that little head movement there, he got closer, and that can make the difference.
Good body shot there from Gilley.
Good uppercut. He needs to work. He needs to work in the clinch. Poor pronunciation.
Onyenani.
Thank you very
He
much.
just did to Gideon.
Giddy. There you go. Giddy. I like Giddy.
I'll tell you what, I think Gideon Onyenani he's one of those fighters who can make life difficult for most fighters,
Oh,
couldn't he?
100%,
He's just very, very tricky and awkward.
Yeah.
And what's that like in terms of the psychological element when you must have boxed people like that who have got a similar style? How do you keep yourself optimistic and do your best work?
It can be frustrating, but this is where the experience of a fighter like Sam Gilley should kick in. You don't get frustrated, you keep a cool head, and you just keep looking for ways to counter that movement. Looking for ways to find an inside or part to counter. We did there with that left hand, he started finding it to the head whenever Onyenani fell in. But Onyenani's going to keep being messy. And this is why I was saying, maybe if Sam Gilley opted to just take half a step back rather than stepping forward with his jab, Onyenani's just going to fall onto it and you just find that counter all day.
Well, Sam Gilley, of course, Alois, isn't going to change his style necessarily, is he? But what do you think he can do different to get a little bit more success and get some more accuracy?
He doesn't entirely need to change his style. He just needs to just keep it a bit longer. Just be aware of the range, you know? He's a good counter puncher anyway. But
he's a really good
You
puncher.
can see right there, like he tried to pull back the left hook. Something.
Yeah, more of that work, all of that work is going to work. But I understand, being in the ring with someone that's frustrating, you're just going to want to press and, you know, turn it into a fight at times.
That's emotional, and you can't afford to get emotional in the ring, man. No emotions in the ring. Good shot.
Nice shot, overhand right there from Onyenani.
Good shot to the body there from
keep
Gideon.
working in these positions there when he's got close. Good shots. That's what I'm saying there. There is where he's going to have his opportunities.
The referee just going to have a word with the pair of them.
I mean, I don't think it's anything outrageous what's going
No,
on.
it's not,
just
is
the way
it?
the fight's going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's,
don't think it deserves a word from the ref.
It's a clash of styles, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
If I was kids, I'd go straight back to what I was doing a second ago.
I tell you, if I could go into the brain of Sam Gilley just for a moment, like,
Good shot.
it's been a bit of a frustrating week for him anyway. And this just turned into an even more frustrating week with the type of fight, isn't it?
I think by Gids doing what he's doing now, he's frustrating his opponent, and he will make his opponent much more emotional. And I think that's where he'll have a better opportunity to do something in this fight.
You're right. You are right. So like just like we were saying in the last fight with Conch. Oh,
Good right hand.
that was a good right hand for Sam Gilley. He's just Onyenani. He's going to do the same thing all night. This is where Sam's got to show his class and just be like, you're not trying to make a fight out of this, but I'm going to show you. You're not going to have your way anyway.
I think Sam has all the tools to deal with this, but is he emotionally responsible? Like, can he handle himself when something is not going right? Do you know what I mean? When it's not going his way, can he handle himself?
Yeah, just like Dan was saying. I mean, like, he's had a frustrating week. I mean, he's been waiting for the British title for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
You
nuts.
can't get any more frustrating than that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to control. It's hard to kind of put. And now you're in an 8-rounder, not even defending your Commonwealth. In your mind, it's like at a different weight. It's like, what is going on right now?
And also, you know, Sam Gilley hasn't had the opportunity to prepare for Gideon Onyenani, has he?
Oh yeah, of course not. Yeah, no, he hasn't. But saying that, Louis Green is a similar type of fighter where he's just forward and aggressive, if that makes sense. But yeah, without the awkwardness, actually, to be honest, you're right.
You got the
Happy with it. He's not going to want to have a performance like this again, which could be a good thing because he's going to make sure he doesn't have a performance like this again. But it's not because of him. He's not having a poor performance because he's not on point. There
you go.
I wouldn't even say poor performance. I mean, the fight isn't gelling because Gideon is not allowing it to flow.
But look at the adjustment he's made from this round. You can see even from the first couple seconds, you can see that he's actually using his brain a bit more. He's stepping away from emotions a bit.
Yeah, no, he has to. He has to. Yeah, he has to.
The jab.
But it's just Gideon's not allowing him to flow, which is frustrating the hell out of Sam Gilley, and he wants to flow. But Gideon's doing what he needs to do to neutralize his opponent, isn't it? I mean, he's making it messy. He's holding. When he's in the clinches, he's holding as tight as he can to not let.
And do you know what? One of the things,
like he's on the Titanic.
Yeah.
you said, knowing Sam Gilley like you know Sam Gilley, that he'll want to forget this fight. Literally, as you were saying that, I was looking at his facial expressions, and he kind of looked out at someone in the crowd or in his corner, and he just shook his head, and you could just see I don't know, maybe disappointment's the wrong word, but something along those lines.
Yeah, he just feels like this guy don't want to fight. He just keeps holding. He's not letting me flow, but. That's for him to deal with. He needs to be able to deal with that because Gideon's going to keep doing it.
A little forearm will be nice if he's trying to hold.
Yeah, he's got to try something different. I'm not going to start shouting up some league of blows I want to, but he's got to do something.
This is war, bro. But yeah, look, when Sam Gilley does what he's doing, like stuff like that, just using his space, using his jab, he looks well.
Yeah, you can see the better fight. But this is what I'm saying about that step back. Yeah. He landed that shot to the body and just took a little shuffle back and made Gideon fall short.
Yeah. Don't lunge, NG. Yeah, you saw that there?
Yeah.
You saw that? You saw that right hand ready?
He's ready to lunge with it.
Oh, man.
He's a tough guy, though, Gideon. You have to give him credit. He's making this a fight. or he's making Sam Gilley not be able to flow.
Yeah, definitely.
He's also making himself incredibly hard to hit clean, which obviously is the art of boxing, isn't it? But as much as we've spoken about heavily, this isn't Sam Gilley's type of fight. This is perfectly Onyenani's type of fight, isn't it? This is exactly what he wanted to drag him into.
Yeah. He's frustrating him.
He's having a great night.
A great night.
And he's at home.
Good shots. He needs to get rough and dirty in there, which he's doing good.
He is, but even though he's getting rough and dirty and doing that, he's not particularly landing the most point-scoring shots or eye-catching shots. Yeah, them shots are coming from Gilley.
Yeah.
He's just frustrating Gilley by, the holding and being in close and. But that little flurry to the body that he does when he's in close, I mean, it's working from that time. But then he just tries to hold and make it messy again.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, there isn't too much more to say about that round, because that round was very similar to the rounds previous. But this place is just starting to fill up now, and we look forward to that atmosphere later on. And that light comes down and the lights inside the stadium come up, and the noise when Fabio Wardley walks out at Portman Road to those Ipswich fans is going to be electric. It's going to be good. I got here early today actually and just had a little mooch about, and just listening to some of the locals talking about, you going to the boxing later? You've got to love that, haven't you, when kind of non-boxing people are excited about boxing.
Yeah, I mean, a place like Ipswich, it's quite small, right? So when something's going on, everyone knows about it. So everyone wants to be there. So it's good if you've got a crowd like this to get behind you and you can sell out arenas like this. I mean, listen, it's going to be a great fight anyway in the main event. And if you've got the crowd to back it up, to back you with it, it'll make for a great night.
Exactly. When is Fabio Wardley not in a great fight? Those two he had with Fraser Clark were fantastic. As long as the second one lasted, but the first one, wow. Anything like that, dream stuff.
Yeah.
But here we are, the 7th of 8 rounds. Sam Gilley versus Gideon Onyenani. Hasn't exactly set the world alight, this one. If you've just tuned in, been a lot of holding on. It's definitely the type of fight Onyenani would have been hoping to be having in terms of trying to nick it. But Gilley, who's had a frustrating week, has done some good work. Let's not get it twisted. He has done some good work. I'm sure he could have done some better stuff as well. One more fight coming up after this one, which will be Billy Boom Boom Adams in a 4-rounder.
Gives him to get his head up in there.
He should throw more shots when he's in there.
Yeah,
he should have just opted to just, keep holding. Because from that distance there, Sam Gilley's landing some good shots. That was a good little jab up top and then a right to the body.
I want to fight now.
So you go to
Bro, I'm always ready, bro.
There's some cruiserweights in the card.
Bro, listen, I'll just take my suit off and let's go, bro. Quickly. How many rounds you want? 3.
Every single time a referee breaks these two apart, Gideon Onyenani just kind of rushes in, maybe lands a bit of a half shot and then grabs hold of Sam Gilley, and this evening just gets more and more frustrating for him. But not too much longer to go, 30 seconds left in this round, and one after that if we get that far.
Even though I do think Sam Gilley is still winning this fight. Gideon looks the pressure.
To catch that again, what you said, bro?
You said Gideon looks fresher. Gideon, yeah, he definitely does. Yeah, definitely does.
You know what it reminds me of, right? It reminds me of Carl Thompson.
Carl Thompson.
Yeah, Carl Thompson, the one that beat David Hayes.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we've got coming up after our last fight in the prelims. Nelson Husa of Albania in against Patrick Corte of Germany. Then it is Perez of Cuba against Stephen Ward from Ireland. And then the Team GB Olympian and medalist Lewis Richardson makes his professional debut. Then one of my favourite fighters at the moment, Pierce O'Leary, the Big Bang versus Liam Dillon, who's climbing up 2 weight divisions, may I add. That'll be an interesting watch before the main event, which is Fabio Wardley versus Justice Hooney. And then Jack Williams, somewhere in between that, has got the job, the task of being the live float this evening, which means he could come on at any time. He'll be warming up and then warming down, and then all of a sudden he will get the call. For the corner of Onyenani, shouting for him to work. He's at a consistent tempo throughout these 8 rounds so far. And he looks pleased with himself. Well, both fighters tied up. And I don't think we're going to see too much more in terms of action at the moment. I may well have given it a bit of a commentator's curse, but if it carries on with the theme with what we've seen so far, this is exactly what we're going to get. Nice left hook there from Gilley, just kind of turned his elbow into that one. In the corner of Gilley, just encouraging to have a nice big finish this round strong, finish this fight strongly.
Yeah, just hit the last minute mark. Oh, good uppercut there from Gilley.
A nice right hand over the top as well. Both guys going to the body in the final moments of this round, the last round of this contest. And that is the clapper to symbolise the last few seconds of this 8-round contest, which has been extremely frustrating for Sam Gilley, who exhales a big lungful of air, and his body language tells us everything which we need to know. That was an annoying and a frustrating night at the office, but Gideon Onyenani, big fist pumps for his team. He's happy with his performance there. And we'll just see how this one goes as the referee calls both fighters to the centre of the ring. How's he scored it?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Kieran McCann, scores the contest 76-76, even a draw.